Good morning. And the beat goes on, just like my love everlasting. Good morning, I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. Welcome to LoveBabz Love Talk. I think it's an overcast day in the Elm. And I think we are scheduled to get rain today, tomorrow, the next day, and the day after. I think we are scheduled for the next 8 days of rain. There's a 45% chance of rain today. The high is going to be 85. And I guess it'll start raining around 1. And then Tuesday rain, Wednesday rain, Thursday rain, Friday rain, Saturday rain, Sunday rain, Monday rain. Rain, 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 rain. Okay, Connecticut. Okay, we'll take it. I guess. I guess. So, I guess. So, rain, rain, rain. So, what is everybody up to? Today I got the uh, the annual Fourth of July oration by Frederick Douglass. What to the American slave is the Fourth of July? And the good thing about this is they read the Declaration of Independence first, because I think people need to be reminded what that document says, and to hear it out loud is it reminds you. Now, it's not lost on me that that document was not written with my people in mind. I understand that. I get that. It was not written for us, but us is here, and we've been here a minute. So we are. It's the document is for us too. So I have on my vote shirt because it's never too early to start talking about. See, look, my vote shirt, like your life depends on it, because midterms are coming, and we got to be ready. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know I'm wearing my vote shirt today as I go to the gym. I've got some homework to do. I've got a class at 1:30. Oh my God. I am ill prepared. I am so ill prepared. But I'll get to it. Uh, so uh so yeah, I mean uh yeah. So anyway, my weekend was quite my sister was in town this weekend. We had a good time. We had a really great time. She came in on Friday, and then we hung out on Saturday. Went over to my brother Robert's house for a cookout. You know, my brother's yard looks like a looks like a resort. It's so tricked out like a resort. You know, the deck. And we didn't even get on the deck. We were just in the yard. So he has seating situations around his yard. He's got a screened in situation where you could, you could sit inside but still be outside. Then he's got a back seating area with a fire pit. And then in the middle of it all is his gazebo grill. So he's got a grill and a bar situation. So so he's got a whole situation and lots of chairs. And then the kids play game. Our kids are grown up folks. Um, but my nephews came along with my sister, and it was so good to see them, and we hung out with them. So yeah, we had a good time. My brother threw some hot dogs and hamburgers on the grill. Very easy. his wife loves to make a salad, so she made a couple of salads. It was really nice. Lots of fruit and a little gin and tonic, some beer, cigars. It was very relaxing. Very relaxing. Except, my brother had a little dust up with us. He, he stomped in the house for a little bit. Then he came back out. He took great offense at what I had said. And I know why he took great offense. He thinks I don't understand, but I do understand. But I also know how I feel, and I just said what I felt. And I have a long list of people who I feel that way about, and some of them are already dead. So there's that. Um, so anyway, but he came back outside and he was all right. We continued on. Uh, we played around and danced and some of Dana's and looks beautiful. Uh, you know, usual family stuff. It was nice to hang out. It was nice to hang out. And hang out we did. It was a good time. It was a really good time. So, uh, it was a really good time. So, you know, family time is a good time. Let's see what else is going on. Uh, well, so that was the weekend. We did a little bit of running to Home Depot. I know we're boycotting Home Depot. But we had to take some pictures and look at stuff. We'll buy them somewhere else. We will buy them somewhere else. But we had to get a sense of what we could get. So so we so we so we so we so we did that. We went Home Goods, TJ Maxx, at home, all the places you go to, like, when you're ready to trick out your house. So I didn't really do much except hang out with my sister, and like I didn't go to anything. Um, and then they left Sunday morning. My sister's a road warrior. She'd get on the road early first thing and be out. So she got home early Sunday morning. Ife and Michelle went to New York to the International African Festival, I think that's what it's called. And I stayed home and I finally got my bathroom together. Like, I just moved in, I didn't do anything to it. I was still showering upstairs. And so once the plumber came and fixed the tub, put in a new faucet situation and a new shower thing, you know. Uh, so the only thing left for me to do is like give it a really good cleaning so I could use it. So I bought all the things for it. So I clean, wash the floor, the toilet, the whole thing. Hey, I was the queen of bleach because I grew up. If you didn't use bleach to clean, you really clean it. So you use some bleach to do the initial killing of the germs and then yeah. So, and then I took down they had an enclosed shower thing, but it was just a frame. It used to have glass doors, I imagine. They took them off. But the frame was still up. So I took the frame down, so I could open it up. So I have new curtains and a new curtain rod, but I didn't put them up. I just the folks that were selling the house put up a new curtain in it. So I'm leaving it up until I change the bathroom all the way around. But I did bring the things into the bathroom that I want. I bought a new You know how you have a shower rack, a shower caddy. So I bought one of those. I bought a catch-all for a shower towel, a storage caddy for my bathroom because I have a very small bathroom. So there's not a whole lot of space to do a whole lot. So, and then I put a rug down. I bought new towels. I bought a over the door hanger, hooks to hang my towel, and there's so the caddy. So it's a lot. It's a lot that got done in there, and it works. It really, really works. It really, really works. So it's nice. So I'm happy. I'm quite happy with with the way it turned out. So this morning I took my first shower in my bathroom. Now I've been in this house a month, but I've been going upstairs to their bathroom because it's it's all set up and I was here. I couldn't use my bathroom. Let's say this. I couldn't use it because it needed to be whatever. And so all that got handled. Uh, so it's done. So now I'm using the bathroom. That's really the biggest point, you know. Oh, and then we bought a hose attachment and a thing for the whole a sprayer. Man, that thing works nice. So so that's been good to sort of do that. So yeah, so it makes it easier to water the roses and the I cleaned the inside uh bin, the blue one, the recycling bins. I sprayed that out with the new sprayer hose. I was just out there fooling around, but it was nice. So yeah, so my weekend was really just, home. I did some homework yesterday. I need to do a little bit more homework. I still got some to do. And so that's a little challenging. So I gotta do that. And then that's all of it. So that was my weekend. Quite wonderful and relaxing and uh, you know, the weather was beautiful. It was hot. I like it hot. 4th of July, firecrackers. I was at home. I was at home sitting on the porch just doing nothing. I really did just do nothing. I didn't want to go anywhere. Uh, I didn't really feel 4th of July celebratory. Do you know what I mean? So that's that. That's that. So anyway, today we've got the Beinecke reading. So if you're around 4 o'clock, it starts. I know me and Eric Clemens and whoever else they have invited. Some people are away. Some people have left. So that'll be interesting. It'll be very, very interesting. So we'll see what happens. Uh, we'll see what happens. So it'll rain for a little bit today, and then maybe it'll cool it off. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't feel terribly hot to me, but I know when it gets above, for some people, when it gets above 80, 85, it becomes challenging, challenging. Uh, so I'll check and see what's going on the local tip in a minute. Tell you what's going on locally. Uh, although there was a fire the other day on Dixwell, big fire too. Whew. I could smell the smoke from here. I mean, it was loud. It was very, very loud. Uh, oh boy. Uh, okay. All right. So I'm checking the local stuff. Um, I think they're closing one of the schools. I think the Wexler. I think that one is getting merged with another school. Okay. But if you want to know some local news, go to the New Haven Independent and go to the New Haven Independent. Oh, kids are swimming at LEAP. So if you have babies who need to learn how to swim, LEAP has a really good program. I taught I sent my kids to LEAP. Uh, so if you want them to swim, uh, get them to LEAP. And I think it's pretty inexpensive. I don't know what the cost is, but oh, it's free. Free summer swim program. Oh, well, then there's no reason not to get kids swimming. Oh, there's uh oh yeah. Oh, that's good. I hope people take advantage of that. I hope they do. I hope they do because they have their own pool over on I think it's Jefferson Street. So kids could get swim lessons and listen, all the little kids over there that's teaching swimming are black kids, which is nice, you know, which is nice. Yes, nice. Okay, let me see what else is going on in the world. I am uh the news on the federal level is what it is. We all are bracing ourselves for the foolishness. And a lot of these things, I sent a piece around, the big beautiful delay, why you're not feeling the bill yet. So the HR one, the big beautiful bill, was designed to delay the damage until after the 2026 midterms. So they're calculating in how they do this, because most people, the majority of people will think when because they know they're going to lose midterm. So they're going to come in and the Democrats are going to have to deal with this and it's going to look like if I mean I it's going to look like the Democrats created this foolishness, because it's all going to happen all at once. And so and I think it's smart to like prepare people to tell them this is why they did it this way. So here's what's coming, but not just yet. Cuts coming after the election. Medicaid work rules, December 2026. Food aid restrictions, late 2026. Clean energy credits, end mid to late 2026. Student loan changes, gradually by 2026. Affordable housing cuts phased in post 2025. Rural hospital funding declines. Starts 2026. Why is delayed? Politicians want your vote before you feel the impact. The harshest parts are hidden until after ballots are cast. By then, it's harder to stop. Stay alert, spread the word, know what's coming. What's Watch what's delayed, not just what's announced. Do you understand? Now, here's another thing. Trump's big beautiful bill caps the amount of money law students can borrow at $50,000 a year. That doesn't even cover tuition at many law schools, let alone cost of living. And this is devastating. This same bill makes private jet purchases fully deductible. Yeah, fully deductible. So if you're purchasing a private jet, if you're purchasing a private jet, it's deductible. Ah, Lord have mercy. I don't even think if you got Stephen King, Ryan Coogler, um, uh, and all the great film directors and writers and authors in the room, they couldn't come up with this foolishness. They couldn't come up. They couldn't come up with this mess. You know, wild. It is so crazy wild. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll just have to muddle through. People are fighting. We're gonna fight. People are not people are not gonna give up. They're gonna fight. People are gonna fight. They're gonna be in these streets, and I think we've seen a taste of it. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna fight. We're not gonna go gently into this good night. We're just not. And I read another piece that said there's all kinds of ways to protest, all kinds of ways to resist, so many ways. So get out there, you know, get out there and use whatever platform you have. Whatever platform you have, use it. Use it. Use it. Use it. I don't know. I'm looking at these. Oh, they're $70. Okay. Um, my heart goes out to Benicia B. She lost her daughter. Her daughter had a heart attack. Young woman. Uh, just the other day. And she lost her husband like I don't know, like a not too long after they were married. So she's been under it, and a couple of other things have happened. She has been really up under it, and you know, if you listen to YBC, she's on YBC. She's a wonderful woman, lovely, lovely woman, talented, smart. She's got a great show over there. She's a DJ, and I just, I don't see her often. Well, I haven't seen her at all this year, but I see her at the festivals and outside. I see her outside. So anyway, I just want to, if somebody sees her, just like say that Babs is, holding you in prayer, you and your family, you know, just holding you in prayer. So I just thought I'd put that out there. So It's just a lot. And I know no mother wants to bury their children, and she's very young, very young. So anyway, I just thought I'd put that out there. I just thought I'd put that out there. Uh, so many things going on. It's just I tell you, I tell you, I I I am I remain consistently disappointed with the New York Times and the way that they think that they could get away with being, both sides, think they could be, the National Enquirer and all the news that's fit to print quality kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like I was reading a piece Juno Diaz had put up um, on his Facebook, and they were questioning Mondani's ethnicity. I guess some time ago, um, he had to check. You know how you have to check boxes to say if you're white or black or African or whatever the hell it is. So he did that because he was born in Uganda, which is a country in Africa. So that makes him African. But his heritage is, South, India. His people are Indian. But so where do you put that on the line? So if you see Uganda in Africa, you think, okay, that what they're trying to say is he's not. They're questioning his motivations. And I listen, I'm gonna tell you something. And this is white people mess right here. Because what gains does he have? What gains does he have calling himself something that he's not? Because everybody thinks, oh, he must have got in based on being a minority, which he's not a minority. I mean, he's a global majority. Only white people like to play that game. So I was just a little annoyed that and then they went and changed the article to read something about are you frustrated with the census and checking the box for ethnicity or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, only y'all are upset about that. Every day is some new mess. Anyway, I just felt like the New York Times, they play fast and loose with, all the news that's fit to print. And then they print unfit news. And then they want to say anonymous. They want to say somebody gave them an anonymous tip. Now we know who anonymous is, and it's the person going by a name that we already know who it is. I think it's Lark. That's his name, but he calls himself something else. Severe. Uh, yeah, Elon Musk can say he's African American too. He is from Africa. Anybody who's from Africa and they come over, Barack Obama, African American. His parents are African. Well, his mother wasn't, but his father's African. So I don't know. I mean, it's not about the color of your skin. See, that's the thing. People get all tripped up. I know, listen, when you go to Jamaica, when they say all we all one, I met so many Chinese Jamaicans. They don't say Chinese first. You know what they say? We're Jamaican. Yeah, African American usually refers to American born blacks. Yeah. But if you come over here and you become a citizen and you're African, then you become African American. But here's the thing about Africans. They don't play that game either. Like my African friends, they just say African, even if they're American. I got a lot of African friends. They don't play that game because they understand that that's just white supremacy. They just know that's colonizer foolishness. You know, they just say it. So I'm not mad at people. Listen, you want to claim African, claim it. Well, what am I gonna do? When I'm out of the country, they don't think of me as African. And I've been to Africa twice. I'm in Africa. They don't think of me as African. They think of me as American, black, with African in the DNA. They don't think of me as African. They're like, you're American. We know how you got to America, but they don't think we're, you know, they don't think that. So it's weird. So if I go move to Africa, I'm African American African. I'm doing that. I'm or I'm American African African. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm saying that. I'm saying that. You know. So so hey Ian, happy Monday. I know you're working. I know you're working. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. That's Alderman Dow over there on the in Fairhaven. I guess that's considered Fairhaven. So yeah. But that's what I mean. So that's the see, this is why I am annoyed with the New York Times piece because, you know, they was trying to make a thing out of this. And they're working so hard to discredit this guy. And I don't understand. I really do not understand. And maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm naive, but I don't understand why the Democratic Party is working so hard to discredit him when they should be getting behind him and others like him, because that's the only way we're going to get out of this mess. So, as much as I never say, I'm never going to be the one to say somebody is too old to do something. Because listen, I'm 62. I'm about to start law school. So I'm never going to tell somebody you too old. Well, you do whatever you think. And if people elect you and they still have faith in you, all right, cool, cool beans, cool beans. Because we never say, oh, I mean, doctors know when it's time to quit doctoring. At least I hope they know. You know when it's time for you to give up driving a car. You kind of know. I mean, I know I have friends whose parents said, "Okay, it's time for me to stop driving." Full stop. It's time for me to quit. You know. So if you are a politician, you've been in the game 40 years or whatever, you got to know when it's time for you to call it a day. And whatever you've done, you've done. Whatever good you've done will stand on its own, and that's what it is. So hmm. So I'm just, I think him, the young man, I think his name David Hogg, down there in Florida or wherever he's at. I think Westmoreland. I think all these young cats that are I like is it Castro in Texas, Julian. Uh, I think he's amazing. I mean, there's a bunch of folks coming through the ranks that are already in the ranks who ought to be ought to have the Dems build larger platforms around. so that they so that they can make some inroads into this nightmare of Republicans. And I, I this is not the direction I want this country to be going in. We should not be building for-profit detention centers or state-run detention centers. Or we shouldn't be running concentration camps at all. That's my thought. We shouldn't be running concentration camps. Just on principle. And we shouldn't be sending people to prisons in other parts of the world. We shouldn't be doing that either. That's heinous. We should not be sending American citizens to other prisons in other parts of the world. That's just 10 toes down. Seriously. That's nasty business right there. That is human trafficking at the highest order. That's all that is. It's human trafficking. You know, uh, the way that these ICE fools are operating is it's just outrageous and unconscionable. I don't think okay, if people really believe the immigration, and so many people follow the rules of immigration. See, that's the part. That's the part that they don't talk about. They show up to their hearings, they meet with whoever they have to meet, and they go about their lives. They work, they pay into the system, all the things. So to go and to hang out in courts and where they have their appointments and then arrest them as they are trying to do the last leg of their citizenship is just bad business. And it just, that's some white supremacy mess right there. That is slave catching. That is bounty hunting. That is just bad. And people cheering for that and and I think people, because they live in their own bubbles, they don't understand shared destiny and how everything is connected to everything. They don't get it. But they will get it in a short period of time. They will get it. They will get it, you know. And maybe this will be the last time we have to revisit this kind of foolishness ever again. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what this moment means, is that we make some decisions about who we are as a country and then uh, 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 use this as a teachable moment, that when you do this, this happens. And when this happens, all of this goes away. The hatred that people hold in this country is stunning to me. It really is. And it is race based. Stunning. My nephew just graduated college, and he had accepted a internship, paid internship, because he wants to do cybersecurity. So he got hired by the government to learn and do cybersecurity. And then once Trump took all the money away from things, they had to write him back and say, we can't, hire you, all this kind of stuff. And they're using DEI so inappropriately and so ridiculously and so stupidly. And, diversity, equity, inclusion. And I want them to not say DEI. I want them to say diversity, equity, and inclusion, because you have to be able to say, I'm not for diversity, I'm not for equity, and I'm not interested in being inclusive. And, here's the thing. It will be white women. White women are being tossed out of these jobs. Now, yes, black women are being tossed out of jobs too. Yes. So many of us are being tossed out of jobs, but white women are being tossed out too. And there's more of them than there are of us. So, so who are you? I mean, the idea is you don't want black people being seen, heard, working anywhere, any of that. That's what that is. You don't want black people or Latin people or anybody of another hue except white people. And you don't have enough white people to do the majority of the stuff in this country. You don't have enough. You don't have enough white people. And you could give gold visas to whoever you want. These white folks ain't coming over here to do that kind of work. Nowhere. That no, you think Nordic countries are gonna leave their countries to come over here when Finland is the happiest place on the planet? Mm-mm. And now Europe is saying, "Listen, y'all come over here. We'll we'll take your scientists and their projects and their research. Come over here. We got some money. we we'll take it. Canada, same thing. Come up here. We'll set you up in your research. Listen, because we know research makes sense, and 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 America's going to be left with nothing, nothing. And when you're left with nothing like that, when your best and your brightest lead, you become very vulnerable. You become very vulnerable. And that's got to that's got and I know there are some people thinking about that, the vulnerabilities that are exposed when you have these kinds of policies by these dummies, right? Because they're just stupid. And to throw people under the bus the way that they are doing it makes it vulnerable for people. You're going to see all kinds of things happen, that shouldn't be happening. Now, listen, you've seen the flooding in Texas, which they have never had a flood like that. No warning, no nothing. And so the Texas people are mad at the weather people at the at the federal level, and the federal and the other people are saying, but we're all fired. What do you want us? I mean, yeah, we could have told you if we were working, you know. See, but these consequences are harsh, and the collateral damage is astounding. Yes, you need a weather bureau. You need scientists who follow this stuff so they can give you a heads up when stuff is happening. Not the bell goes off and you got 5 minutes. Somebody has to track this stuff. And if you clip the wings if you shut down whole agencies and departments and you get this mess. It's going to keep happening. Look, there was a flood in North Carolina. Texas already put in their request to the president for, oh, I'm sorry, FEMA money, and FEMA doesn't exist. But he's going to give it to the governor of Texas, but he didn't give it to the governor of wherever she's from, um, his press secretary that time, um, whatever her name is. Uh, she wrote to him twice, thought she'd have a shot because she worked for him. What's her name? Huckabee, Governor Huckabee. And he told her, sorry, y'all figure it out in your little state. And what is she, the governor of, oh Lord, now I gotta go look this up. Now she gotta figure out how she's gonna take care of her citizens. Arkansas. So she's a governor of Arkansas. Yes, I see it now at Arkansas. And he told her no. She made the pitch, and then she had her congressional leadership make a pitch, and he told her sorry. Oh well, hell's bells. Now the governor of Texas, because of this flood, he put in the request. We're going to need some federal help. No problem, we got you. And so I and they lost so many. They lost so many people in this flood that they're still uh, trying to account for people. And so at least 82 are dead and a dozen are missing. And that camp situation, I mean, oh, Lord have mercy. So, so 82 people, that includes 28 children, as floods rushed through central Texas. And they never had a flood, ever, ever, ever. So, you know, I just, uh, so they've got a timeline. 1:06 a.m. on Friday, flash flood warning for Kerr County. 2:28, a considerable tag. So 1:06 p.m. a.m. Friday. This is 1 o'clock in the morning. Flash flood warning for Kerr County. Considerable tag was issued with this warning. This typically triggers wireless emergency alerts on cell phones. So the National Weather Service in San Antonio and Austin sent out, um, oh boy, at 2:28 a.m. Flash flood. This news, uh, mm, that's so that's so terrible. So, 48 hours after the flood occurred, officials faced questions about whether and when authorities sent out weather alerts and warnings before the deadly flash flooding. This is why you need scientists, you need weather people. This is why you need it. This is why the National Weather Service was created, to help prevent this kind of travesty. I don't understand. I think these people treat weather like, I'm gonna walk outside. Well, it's not raining where I'm at, so it must not be raining anywhere. Well, it's not flooding where I'm at, so it must not be flooding anywhere. Like, I think that's how they think weather works. I'm convinced. I'm I'm convinced that that's how they think this works. I don't. And then and it's still raining, right? So they're expecting more. I mean, they can't even. They can't even. They can't even deal with what's in front of them because more of it is coming. So I just don't know. I guess if you want to blame people, I guess. I don't know. But this is a terrible lesson to learn. And you can help people in Texas if you are inclined to do so. They're collecting Texans are collecting donations to support the response to the Central Texas flooding. You know, I don't, I don't. Has the president even addressed them? No, he hasn't said a damn thing. I think he's like, F them people. I wish Mar-a-Lago would flood. It needs a sinkhole situation. That's terrible. That camp was just yeah. Everybody's trying to say, oh, nobody saw this coming. 100-year flood. The levels were high, unlikely based on the historical record, you know. And records behind those statistics don't always account for human cause climate change. So they didn't alert these people soon enough. Why the summer camp along the river were not alerted sooner than 4 a.m. or told to evacuate? Why didn't they do that? And officials noted that the public can grow weary from too many flooding alerts or forecasts that turn out to be minor. All right, I'm going to take a break on that one because that's a level of stupid I don't appreciate at all. So people are tired of getting warnings. Okay. Well, this was a lesson, wasn't it? I'll be back at 10:15.
Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.